other talk too, I go into this in a lot more detail, but I did want to show this because it kind of lays out the major technologies here. So in this thing called the Metaverse roadmap, which was 16 years ago, they mapped out, how are we going to build something like the metaverse? And we're quite a long ways now. So back then they had said that we're going to have these 4 types of technologies that are related to the metaverse. Augmented reality, which are these glasses that allow you to see the physical world around you, your office, your house, but with superimposed holograms or digital imagery and data right on the lenses. So those augmented reality glasses are becoming really more popular now. In the very short term, my prediction is everybody will have a pair of augmented reality glasses, and they potentially could replace your smartphone, as you can have your computer screen right on your eyeglasses. And then there's lifelogging, which is something I think a lot of people are doing now, which is like monitoring your steps. Maybe you've got some data that's monitoring security for your business, might be monitoring finances. So it's all this data that is being collected to kind of make a journal, a history or a full data history of your life or your business or something else. So it's all this background data. And then virtual reality, I've been talking a lot about that already. That's the 3D immersive. So I put a set of goggles on, it blocks out physical world, and now I'm in an entirely digital world that to me looks real, and I feel like I'm in that digital world. And then mirror worlds, which are, this example here is Google Earth. These are digital representations of the real world. So some people call it a digital twin. So it's like let's say I scanned my entire house, and now I have a 3D model of my house. It's a digital twin of my house. That's a mirror world of the real world. There are other ones in there too, that some video games fit in this category, like Minecraft is one where we're going to build it. It is a fantasy world, but it is connected to the real world. You can build real world things inside of that. So those are the 4 kinds of areas of technology. As we go forward, I'm going to talk about mostly augmented reality and virtual reality, because they're the big ones that have been rising up. At the conference, an intellectual property lawyer showed this slide, and I thought it was really interesting because, since that 2006 roadmap to now, these are the technologies that are being patented. So they're broken out into various categories, like, optical systems. So those are like the glasses and the AR things. Data transfer, because if you're wearing a set of glasses, you need to be able to move data to the glasses and back to a computer as quickly as possible. Holograms. So when you put a pair of glasses on, or if you have a hologram just sitting on a table, there's lots of patenting going on there. 3D manipulation, so you've got to build these virtual worlds, so you need 3D development software. And there's a variety of other ones around the slices there that you can read yourself. But lots of patenting going on. So on the right-hand side, you can see all these companies that are very active there and patent families. So those are related patents and several patents inside. But Microsoft leading the pack there, and a company called Magic Leap that I was only vaguely familiar with, but was really the star of the show at the Augmented World Expo. 322 patents, mostly in the augmented reality space. And you can see other big companies there, Facebook, Google. So pretty much everybody that is in the digital technology space is in also the metaverse technology space. And because of that, so much of our world is being revolutionized. And sometimes when I think about technologies and back when I was thinking about robotics, when robots are around, and we have some very robust robots now, but way back when they first started, they were very primitive. And even with video games, when video games started, we had Atari, which was just a little dots and everything. Well, here we are with this metaverse technology, AR and VR, and I would say we're past the Atari stage, and we're more in the Super Nintendo stage. And that was important. If you remember back to history of video games, when Super Nintendo came out, that was where it got really big, and people were really glomming onto it, and everybody seemed to buy a system. We're there now. The number of headsets sold is just going up and up every year. AR glasses sales are going up too. And so everything on the left-hand side there can be transformed by these technologies.